Bare god vin og fremmedord i kjeften min. Jeg kan stå på toppen og pisse mot vind. Vi er ikke blod, du er ikke broren min. Jeg er enebarn, plukker industry plants. Vet hva nepotisme kan gro til. Jeg vil pryde forsiden, folk kan skrive historie. Pony gjør et triks og får premie på podiet. Jeg startet som en vits, nå er vi her. Jeg har lært at det er viktig å markedsføre diademet som en glorie. Smykker meg med holdninger til jeg får vondt i magen. Slenger gjengtegn med 12-fingertarmen. Det bor en G i meg. Tinnitus'en min er Morgan Freeman sin fortellerstemme. Dramaturgien ligner på Joakim Trier. Hvem har regiene? Lever i et eventyr, bukker ikke for en goat før du blir en bedre fyr. Alt for mye fokus på visjon, gjør deg sneversky. Snakker ut i BG om hvorfor du er mediesky. Holder hånda mi på girspaken, lever in the fast lane. Kaster bort en liv snart. Repetitive beats, hodet møter veggen. Vi går over muren som en frispark. Holder hånda mi på girspaken, lever in the fast lane. Kaster bort en liv snart. Repetitive beats, hodet møter veggen. Vi går over muren som en frispark.
Hvis jeg liker en chick, tapper jeg 2 ganger. Dobbelt betydning, gidder ikke å si det 2 ganger. Vi ender alltid opp som par, vi er 2 ganger. Plus I got that good som en doplanger. Hun drikker breeze.
Yo, welcome back to a new video. We're here in the garage to do something that's been needed doing since we bought Ollie, and that is fixing all of the rust. Like, as you can see, we have rust all around the car, really. Just surface rust. It's a really solid car, but it has like stuff like this all around that I want to take care of because it's going to make the car look way nicer and also last much longer. So you have like dents like this that has caused some issues. Tailgate is also really bad. So today we're going to start on that, and I bought a ton of supplies, hopefully all the right stuff, to do this kind of properly, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. And I'm probably gonna do some stuff wrong, but then let me know in the comments so that everybody learns, and it will definitely be better than it is right now, that's for sure. So I'll show you all of the stuff that I got. All right, so here's the rundown of everything that we're gonna be using. So first off, we gotta get all of the rust off. So I bought a sanding disc for the angle grinder, just to take off all of the worst stuff. Also got this, which is used on a drill for tight spots. And then I have some 400 grit sanding paper, as well as some 120 for when we are doing finer sanding. Something to clean surface before we paint. And this is filler to fill in if we have any rust pitting and stuff like that. Primer, paint, and clear coat. Masks to keep my lungs safe, safety glasses for my eyes, and cloths for wiping. That's our first job, and if we get all of that done, we might do something else as well. But let's just start removing all the panels that are in the way. For example, here I want to remove the bumper so that it's easier to get this. Hey, let's go. That's cool. Now, look at this. This is something I've wanted to do since I bought the car. Look at this dent. And I think if I just push it on the backside, it will just pop out. So get ready. Pretty good. Yeah, I'll keep hammering at that and it should be perfect again. That is so nice. Look at all this moisture and gunk that's been sitting behind the fender. And in the corner here where it's been rusting, yeah, it's not weird that they rust here really. Similar situation on this side, so I think I'll pop this one off as well. Make my life a lot easier. I do think there is some glue involved here, so a bit more skeptical about getting this one off. But yeah, this one looks like a hack job, so we'll see if I get it off. So it looks like somebody previously broke this indicator and then they decided, yeah, let's just glue it back on. But you can't get to this bulb without taking out the entire light, and the light is glued on. So now I have to try to get this out. Okay, I finally got it loose. Had to use a knife and then just pry on it, and then finally I got it off. And yeah, look at all this glue. So we'll definitely be needing a new one of these, I think. Both fenders are off. It's super common for these to rust around the guide plate, I guess, for the sliding doors. And as you can see, mine is no different. So I've decided to at least try to get this one off, because I think it's just a bolt here from the inside, and then there's one in the front as well. But there is like all of this stuff which I have to remove, but I think it's worth it since I'm doing this. I want to do it properly, so I'm going to try to get this removed on both sides. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to this one, but I will try. Okay, we got it out, finally. It's actually super spacious here now. I kind of like it. That thing was not going anywhere, to say the least. But now we can reach this, hopefully. And yeah, maybe I have to take this off as well. All right, so I just pulled this back and realized that A, there's a connection here that's not going anywhere, which is weird. And B, here is our bolt, or a nut actually, that we needed to reach. So now I just have to make sure I get the front one off, and then I'll start by taking the whole sliding door off. Let's go. Helvete. Det var nice. Okay. Oh yeah. That's sick. Nice. And I'm glad I did it. Look at this. Yeah, so now you can see why this is important. Look at all this shit. If you leave this, it'll just eat through and you'll have a bunch of problems. Yeah, look here. It's starting to eat really bad. God damn. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this. Now I feel like I have to do it on the other side as well, and it's gonna be way worse because we have this bed frame in the way. Damn. Yeah, it's not as bad here, but you can see rust coming down on all of them. And it's just where the holes are, all the way. I think I'm gonna, when I'm done, I think I'm gonna put some sealant here to prevent water getting down there. Because this is just because of water coming down and fucking it up. Okay, new day here now. Finished off last night, as you saw, we removed this one, and I actually managed to remove the other one as well without pulling out the bed. So super pleased about that. Saves me a ton of time. Just had to drill a hole through each one of the bolts, and the other ones I managed just to peel this back and reach them through here. So not that bad at all, really. So the plan now is we're gonna clean everything with some citrus wipes, and then I'm gonna cover the doors, make sure none of all of the dust that I will produce will get inside the van, because that's just gonna create more work really when I'm done. So we're gonna cover everything up now and then start cleaning, and then we will start sanding away the rust, which I'm very excited for. Now, before we move on, yesterday I actually managed to drop my ratchet into, like on the other side, in there and into the gusset. So it's chilling down there on the other side. So I have to get it out somehow. So I've made this. It's just a long rod with some magnets on the end. And hopefully I'll be able to lift it back out. It's gone. R.I.P.
Jeg har en manager i Statene som synes det er jævla kult, det jeg gjør. The part you're doing there is insane. I mean, I love the guy. I don't love the guy, but I love your character.
Aldri mer pus, jeg slipper ulven løs. 100 bitches sklir inn i gata mi som asfalten er underkjørt. Hobby er ikke hjemme på lang tur.
Okay, checking back in after many hours of work. I think that was like 3 or 4 hours of just cleaning and prepping and finding more and more rust. I'll show you around the car now. This is handy. If you're gonna do this job, then you'll see where I've found most of the rust. So firstly, we got the doors and the fenders. Of course, the fenders, they are pretty nice, but there's a lot of rust on the back side. So definitely take these off if you're going to do this, because then you'll be able to get to the back. We got a little bit here and then here, not too bad. In here, it's pretty good, but I have some rust here that I need to take care of. This hole I will fix at a later stage because I don't have time to cut out and weld this weekend. But we will grind off all of the surface rust and then just paint over it. Yeah, of course in here, as I showed you. Here also quite a bit. So definitely take the rear bumper off, the dent, and here as well. There's a lot of rust that I found. And another bad one is, let me just turn on the light. In here, there's like an air box here. Usually it's over there. It's for when you close like the doors in the car, the air pressure can blow out here so that your doors close easily. But yeah, there's become a hole here through. So a ton of shit was in here, like sand, like it was a whole sandbox in here, and it's been collecting moisture and yeah, just fucking it up really. So yeah, got most of that out, and we will use a wire wheel in here and clean out as best we can. Rear arches look super good, like insanely good. So clean those and we'll hit them with a, like take away what is there and then spray on some new paint and they will be good to go. So that was very positive. In here also kind of insane, but like no holes, which is really good. So took forever to clean because there was so much grease in here and sand. So I need to do a bit more cleaning, but I needed a break because it took forever. And yeah, along here, very good all the way really. So I'm not gonna do too much. And yeah, then we got some stuff here. So just like a little bit all over. So I'm excited to get to grinding that away finally. All right, we are ready to start sanding. Got all our kit here, brand spanking new angle grinder with a new disc. It's an 80 or 40 grit, I think. What did I buy? 40 grit, yeah. 40 grit and eye protection, of course, mask, and my headphones. So yeah, let's just bust out a time lapse and do some major damage.
Slankt ut, med antrekk som en lesbisk arkitektstudent fra Hamburg. Lærer deg om flammekanal og brannkurs. Ta notater, bro. Gå på glass til roper Mazeltov. Satt blodspor tilbake med nunchako flow. Michelangelo ting de maler fanden på veggen. Jeg maler skapelsen i taket, dog. Byller over hodet, ikke blir negativ. Fremkaller en vegg av de. Hoster vernissasje, kast noen blomster på en homie. Hvis du ghoster deg, er monster under senga. De skremmer den hverdagen, trenger adrenalin. Yeah. Fucking woke bitch, poster quotes, snakker bare om energi, vifter med noen glowsticks. Lurer ikke meg, det er bare en basic bitch med nose ring. Tror jeg er på rett vei, OB er på road trip, yeah. OB er på road trip, yeah. OB er på, OB er på road trip.
And after, we tried to get everything away here. And I've also done this side. It's also prepped. Well. Look who decided to show back up. Found this rust hole just where I lost my ratchet. And boom! There it is. Shitty situation with a bonus. So now I've decided, I'm full of gear right now. So now I've decided to, I'm gonna cut out the rust holes because I found two more. So now we have 3, which is a bit much. So I'm gonna cut them out and then try to get a hold of some sheet metal. And I guess we're gonna do some welding. So, but first I'm gonna make templates for the pieces that I'm gonna weld. So I'm gonna show you guys that. So for making templates, just use any cardboard. I'm gonna steal this.
Lange spørsmål for en kort forklaring. Svaret mitt er klokkeklart. Skriver alt med blokkbokstaver. De som tar en bit av kaka mi får dobbelttaker. Står og bjeffer som en dobermann, men ser ut som en cockerspaniel. De sier unge Obi har misforstått. Jeg gir null fuck som gitarister i kristen rock. Sier de er på en Oslo-ting. Hører bare Brooklyn drill og noe UK-slang over beat som er listepop. Snakker om sola som kristen Gislefoss. De skipper leg days og flexer guns. Jeg kjører pistol squats. Alle sier de spytter flamme, men hvem er siste boss? Jeg puller opp med hammer, setter spikeren i et kistelokk. Jeg vil skrive dikt, labelet vil ha hits først. Finner meg med mikkløse kryssilden. Skudd fra hofta, misser blink hvis du ikke trener hip thrust. De sa det kan bli stygt hvis du setter estetikk først. Bra trent, ser ingen starstrek. Jeg er ikke født med ski på beina, men har hatt abs siden barnsben. Abs siden barnsben. Så typisk meg å bli født i form, ass.
Okay, so after a trip to the store to buy a new plate, because the one I found was aluminium, I found out. So they're useless. Now we got the right stuff, cut it out and bent it so it fits kind of nice. So it's time to weld with my mini Stanley welder. Super easy, just carefully tacking all the way around. And make sure not to put too much heat in, because then the metal melts. Super thin. Okay, so after an eternity, we're finally done welding, and the result could have been way better and could have been way worse. It's not great. My welder is not good, and I'm not that good at welding, and the metal is not that good either. So all in all, I'm happy with the result. There's new metal, there's no rust. I'm gonna apply some body filler now on everywhere where I've sanded that has pitting, like here for example, and on the welds as well. Just seal everything up, and then we'll hit it with some primer on, or clean everything and sand the filler, and then prime everything, sand it, and then shoot paint.
You see, now why you see.
Checking back in, we are finally ready for primer. Everything has been sanded down and cleaned. Now you can see how many rust spots was on this car. It's all over. But we've taken care of all of them, and now I'm ready to lay some primer. We're gonna put primer on all of the spots, and then we're also gonna hit this area with like a direct to rust paint solution. This area, and also in where the sliding door has its rails, we'll do it there as well. Okay, primer all done, just drying now, and then we will sand it. I realized I bought a can of normal primer when I wanted etch primer. Fortunately, I had one can of etch primer as well, so that's why some places it's a bit runny, because I started off with a normal primer and it's started to run immediately, and I was like, this doesn't seem right. And then I realized it was normal primer and not etch. So because etch is a bit thicker and fills more scratches and stuff. So now we'll let this dry, and then we will sand it, clean it, and then we're gonna paint. Finally.
Now what you see is what you get. Always trying to be the best. Whatever the cost it be, I'm blasting, flying straight up to the nest. Find a place, tell your stories, one that heals your heart and worries. Blur the many face inside the head. It battles ladies. I could be the one you chose, never be the one you love. Feel the heat when I'm your breath is trapped wrapped in feathers of a doe. Like to lie still, never to meet the eye still. The senses build up in a place I can't remember what will. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Now how that feels always rolls over the sign it steals, breaking up a heart of steel, blazing ones you thought would never make it real. Wanna make sure you don't.
Okay, the whole car is now one color. Amazing, amazing. I think it's 4 a.m. now and I'm done. So I'm gonna pack up, let the paint dry, and then we will see how everything looks tomorrow and start assembling. All right, we're back. It's the next morning and paint is dry. Car is looking nice. And yeah, we're just gonna start assembling everything, getting everything back together. There's a lot of stuff. And I also have to change for winter tires because snow is fast approaching, and I also want to try and get the rear hatch to work. So, but we'll get everything back together and hopefully pull the car out before it gets dark, so you can see the result, because it's quite hard to like see it in here. Yeah. First I'm gonna clean a bit in here though, because it's kind of messy. The back is looking really good now. Got all the rust gone, sealed with paint. Yeah, very happy about this part. Now one thing I want to try to do is, as you saw earlier, these cars are notorious for rust on the bolts for these sliders. They rust on all of them, and that's because water goes down here and then it collects around the screws and then just sits there and it starts to rust. So I bought some sealant and I'm gonna try to seal the upper edge, just so that water doesn't go down there. I'll leave the bottom one open just in case there is some water coming in, because then it can get out. Never seen this anywhere, and maybe it's a dumb idea, but I think it won't hurt to try. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you see that, okay. Here, all the way. Just put it on evenly and then drag the finger. And should make a nice seal.
And let the clock ring till another day, another state. Another day, another state. Never tell me one day you'll be going, 'cause I'll get myself trapped in all this hollow waiting. You ain't got yourself a dime, and I sure am one to fit the crime. Would you rather have me growing, better yet inside me throwing the vase? 1,000 roses splattered on the floor, you'd be safe. Telling me to keep it down, all the couples quite round that table. Take a chance, meet the crazy safely, stepping on your feeling lately.
Okay, so I'm filming this a few days later. Here the car is back in Oslo. I didn't have time to film anything the night I got everything back together because it was 2 a.m. But here we are back in Oslo. The car is looking nice. Of course you can see the difference between the old and the new paint, but we're probably going to change the color on this car eventually anyways. So now it's just a solid foundation, and it's just super nice to have a car that is ready for winter, rust free, everything working, and yeah, we can go on our trips this winter with confidence. So moving forward, we're just going to enjoy the car and go on adventures, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment. I would appreciate that, because this was a lot of work. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so I'm filming this a few days later. Here the car is back in Oslo. I didn't have time to film anything the night I got everything back together because it was 2 a.m. But here we are back in Oslo. The car is looking nice. Of course, you can see the difference between the old and the new paint. But we're probably going to change the color on this car eventually anyways. So now it's just a solid foundation, and it's just super nice to have a car that is ready for winter, rust-free, everything working, and yeah, we can go on our trips this winter with confidence. So moving forward, we're just going to enjoy the car and go on adventures, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and a comment. I would appreciate that, because this was a lot of work. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.